Sarah had always been frugal, but suddenly she started buying expensive gifts for her mom: jewelry, a designer handbag. Once I accidentally saw a receipt. It had a man's name on it: Michael R. "It's a mistake," she said when I showed her the receipt. "The cashier must have mixed it up." But the doubts kept growing. I began noticing other things, like how every other Saturday she'd visit a friend in the next town over. I offered to drive her, but she refused. "Don't bother, I'll take a taxi." One day, I secretly checked her ride history. The taxi had been booked to a neighborhood where her friend supposedly lived, but in reality, it was an upscale residential complex. Then, one terrible evening, when she left for her friend's place again, I couldn't take it anymore. I got in my car and followed the route I'd memorized from her trip history. What I saw shattered my heart. She was walking out of the building with a man, tall, wearing glasses, carrying the very same bag she'd supposedly bought for her mom. And beside them was a little girl, about 5 years old, with the same chestnut hair as Sarah's. I sat in the car, and the world around me collapsed. Later, after hiring a private investigator, I learned the whole truth. Michael was her real husband. They'd married a year before we even met. The little girl was their daughter. And me? I was the backup. Turns out Sarah had been living a double life. With me, when Michael was away on business trips, which, by the way, were often just days spent with me. The money I thought we were saving for our future went toward their mortgage. Even our beloved anniversary trip to Paris was a redo of their honeymoon. And the worst part? Her mother knew. When I confronted her, shaking with rage, she coldly said, "You have to understand, Sarah was just afraid of being alone." Now I'm sitting in her apartment, drinking cheap whiskey and wondering, how could I have missed it? Why didn't I check sooner? And most importantly, what do I do now?